insightful journeys. Walk with Jesus. Christian motivation. Motivation. Welcome to Just Encouragement TV.
Hey, good afternoon or good morning. Live with Just Encouragement TV. I'm your host, Keith Rowland. How is everybody doing today? Personally, took my hair down. Man, I got a whole big old giant, I wouldn't say afro. I can't pick it into an afro. It won't stand up. But Just Encouragement TV, guys. We are going to the level in our lives that we just want to just continue on progressing, being better versions of ourselves, and not taking no for an answer. I personally am a cancer survivor. I am continuing to be thankful for what God is doing for my life, continuing to be mindful that there's other people in the world that do need to get in touch with God, that need to get in touch with their strength of being better versions of themselves. Those are sort of things that I want to continue to harp on, carry the mantle for, and just be a good example, because if you're a person that's been through a major sickness or has some things going on in their life, please know that our cups can be half full or half empty. Half full or half empty. My cup is always half full, if you will, because God spared me of dealing with that cancer. We're on location in Krug Park in St. Joseph, Missouri. Very nice park. Very nice park. You guys would love it. A lot of places for families to have, barbecues and things of that nature. There's things that you just can't lay a finger on, the beauty of what God continues to put in our lives. He is continuing to move, bless, shape, mold, and take us all to another levels that we haven't reached before. Now, if you're under the sound of my voice, that means that we're neighbors and that we can continually get to that next level by being supportive of one another, being supportive of our journeys, appreciating the journey of going through the different trials and tribulations of life, but just still continuing to be thankful for it. Still being able to say hallelujah anyway. When things just don't go your way, when those people at work are pushing you more than you think you should be pushed, that's because there's a large calling on you in your life. When you have a large calling on you in life, you run into different problems, different situations. That's just the enemy trying to test your resolve, test to see if you are personally prepared for the purpose and the blessings that God has for you in your life. I'm thankful from a standpoint of there have been so many encouraging people in my life. One of them definitely being my wife. She always is praying for me. She always is practicing intercessory prayer for other individuals, letting them realize that we don't have to be alone in all this. We don't have to feel like there's nobody right there with us. There's nobody that's caring about whether we make it or don't make it. Believe me, there's always somebody out there that's praying for you, practicing intercessory prayer. And here at Just Encouragement TV, we want to pray for those that we know and those that we don't know, because we all need that manna from the sky. We all need that guidance from our Lord and Savior. We just have to continue on being mindful, that there's other people that are in different positions other than us, and we just have to pass our blessings on to other people and continue on being mindful that there's a lot of people that would like to be in your shoes on where you are currently, because we don't feel like we are where we need to be yet, but we do. That's the ultimate battle that we need to continue to strive for, and to let individuals realize that, yeah, we can be better versions of ourselves, but we have to practice that encouragement, practice that self respect, practice that prayer that we've been needing to have, that continued encouragement, continuing on striving to reach that next plateau. And wherever you're checking in from, let me know. I'll be happy to shout you out to see what's going on, where you at. But God is a good God, and He is definitely trying to make moves for us in our lives. But we have to be at a standpoint that we have to encourage others, because when we encourage others, it's easy for just practicing a little bit of supporting other people. I mean, look at this beautiful, beautiful surrounding that I'm in. Beautiful park. You just take the time to realize and just look around for a second, realize that God has got so much that's so beautiful around us. All we have to do is just look up, look to the hills from which cometh our help, and that help is from Jesus. Another day, another blessing. Having a wonderful time in this life, because we can always sit around and think about what we don't have, what we do have, but we can realize that God is moving for us. God is wanting us to get to that next level in our lives. He is continually interceding for us. And if you haven't got a chance to subscribe to the channel, I definitely would appreciate it. It would give me a chance to let each and every person know that I am blessed and highly favored, and everybody that is under the sound of my voice is the same. We are all children of God. We are all neighbors of this world, and we can be there as far as support for one another. The good things, the bad things, the adversity, it all shapes and molds us into who we need to be in order to get to that next level. Sometimes it's hard to. Normally, I like to have a little coffee, but I think it's past time for the coffee for me today. That's fairly tasty right there. But Just Encouragement TV was born out of me going through my cancer battle, me thinking that I was at the best version that I could be of myself in my life. I had a job in management in a pork processing plant. making $75,000 a year. I thought I had arrived at where I need to be in my life. But little did I know that God was going to have me start this channel, start being a motivational speaker. I never thought of myself as a motivational speaker. But living through stage 4 prostate cancer and all the things that go along with that, it puts your mindset that God saved me from this situation. And I need to pass that good news and mindset on to other individuals because we are all in this together. We are a world community. We always talking about the world economy and things of that nature, but we need to continue to harp on the world community, checking in on the mindset of your neighbors, checking in on the mindset of the people that you care about and the people that you may not know, but your world is going to that next level. David, how you doing this morning? Appreciate you checking in with Just Encouragement TV. We are enlarging in our platform. We are reaching a lot of platforms right now. And the different individuals that we come across in life are different people from all different walks of life, all different things that we're going through. And we need to continue to be neighbors to one another, be our own support group. Because when you go through cancer, it's not just the physicality involved with it, but it's the mental aspect. And that's why I started this channel, because there's so many people out there that are struggling alone. So many pieces, so many life-changing moments that if we say those to other individuals and we tell them what our mindset was when we were going through those, a lot of people can be thankful for that. A lot of people can be blessed, motivated, and continue to realize that there's other people that are going through similar things. Me, I just try to be in the best mental shape that I could be in, along with my prayer, along with continuing to go to church every Sunday, and make sure to get on here and check out our church service. You know, my wife and I, we go to church at Word of Faith Family Worship Center in St. Joseph, Missouri. Our pastor is R. Robert Warren. He is a very passionate, hard preaching pastor. He comes from a small town, but he has a huge mind. He's a regular teacher, and he's bringing these good words and these good deeds to church every time. We need to be uplifting in our communities for people that are walking like that are walking like that and talking like that, and letting everybody know that, hey, there's other people out there that's been through some things, but we have to be supportive of one another. I'm a cancer survivor. I am a churchgoer. I am a husband, grandfather, community member, responsible community member at that. I do vote. I do practice my right to vote and things of that nature. We just have to vote to improve, what our livelihoods are, what our communities are like, what our people in our community go through. We have to stick together and give everybody a chance to have their own story to tell, because whether you believe it or not, your tests can become your testimony. And your testimony can help so many different people from so many different walks of life if you just give yourself a chance. I personally want to harp on carrying the mantle for Just Encouragement TV, uh, being a motivational speaker, Being a motivator is a large responsibility in that, but I don't mind it because as a man or woman thinks, so is he. And I myself am victorious. Your phone's about to die, so I'll see you next time. I appreciate you coming through, David. You make sure and be blessed, and you have a good day today. Have your day be better than it was yesterday. That's what we're harping on. Get away from here. The bugs try to get on me this time. And just look at this, y'all. Look how beautiful that background is. Oh, I appreciate you subscribing too. I appreciate it. I need all the like-minded individuals about to have this platform. Because in the past, only neighbors we had were the people that lived next to us. Sure. But that's where it's at. That is where it is at. I love this park. The breeze and the shade. Man, motorcycle was loud. Hey, appreciate it. You have a wonderful day too, David. We're definitely blessed, motivated, encouraged, uplifted, and we're going to continue to have a blessed word to pass along to our folks that are getting on here under the sound of my voice. And if you're checking in with someplace else and you haven't never checked in before, let me know where you're checking in from. Whether it be another country, another state, definitely another city. Some people where I'm from, they check in when I'm doing lives and being encouraging and things of that nature, but people that are around you that uphold your vision for the future, there's a lot to back them up. That's where channels like this come in. Just Encouragement TV. You guys need to realize and continue to uphold your fellow man. Love your neighbor as yourself. I feel like I do that because I went through a lot of that through with that. But then nobody ever included the fact that there is a mental aspect that goes along with that. You do change physically because your body is altered with the chemotherapy, the cancer treatments, and things of that nature. But I want to continue to harp on that. I want to continue to carry the mantle for having a good attitude, for being a person that is using their experience to benefit other people. Those are the sort of things that we continue to harp on, continue to strive for, and go to that next level on, guys. God bless y'all. I think I ain't learning. I need to learn how to spell. I put something, the whole screen cleared. I don't know. Bless. That's not bless. Bless. I'm having a hard time typing when the phone's like this. Y'all. God bless y'all. Be right past guys. Getting this jam on real quick. Just enjoying a cool piece of breeze, enjoying the outdoors, having a good state of mind, having a good opinion on life, because our cup always can be either half empty or half full. We're practicing on the half fullness aspect of it. The same thing that I'm on here doing as far as elevating our mindsets and the way that we feel about one another is something that we all could harp on. It's something that we all could carry the mantle for. There's enough blessings to go around to all of us. If you're struggling alone and you feel like nobody's on your side, come visit this channel. Check in with you. We'll practice some intercessory prayer. If you're not in the area that I'm in, attend church with my wife and I every Sunday. Live church service with at Word of. That service will be broadcast tomorrow between 11 and 12. That's something that we do every week. And because God will come to you right where you are. You don't have to change. You don't have to you do have to sacrifice some things in order to get to that next level. But that's where prayer, continued commitment, and continued elevation on who we are and who you are will always take us to that next level. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful surroundings. That looks pretty neat when I look at it in the phone and then look around and stuff. Because of course I can't see behind myself, but I can if I look at the camera. Wow. Pretty tough. But every time you just sit there and you think that you don't have a way to figure it out, you don't have a way to make it, that's when you need to continue to reach within yourself, continue on practicing that prayer, practice that, practice on receiving that good news that Jesus continues to move on and shape us in our life. That background right there, God having his hand of protection, his hand of guidance, his hand of deliverance over all things. I mean, look at how beautiful those trees are behind me. This is if you just sit and just appreciate the small things in life, the beauty of your surroundings. That's very encouraging from my standpoint. Because if my cancer treatment hadn't gone the way that it had gone, I had to leave at a young age. I had to leave my family. But God didn't see that for me. Look to the hills from which cometh your help. And you had to continue on praying, reading your Bible, and having the mindset to know that God can move and shake up things in your life. If you're in a career that's not working out the way that it needs to work out, do a different one. If you have friends around you that are not doing the things that they need to do or putting you in harm's way, that's not what a friend does. A friend never puts you in harm's way. Will tell you something to benefit and to continue to sharpen your life. If you're checking in for the first time, this is Just Encouragement TV. My name is Keith Rowland. I am a cancer survivor turned motivational speaker. Nice to meet you. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel, I definitely would appreciate it. People to have a better mindset, a better way of thinking. Get rid of that stinking thinking. Go to a different mindset of knowing that we can be better than we was yesterday. We are going to be better than we was yesterday. We are going to continue to step forward into heart. You take a drink of my tea. Care for a spot of tea? This is the day. This is the day that the Lord has made. That the Lord has made. We shall rejoice. We shall rejoice and be glad in it. And be glad in it. This is the day that the Lord has made. We shall rejoice and be glad in it. This is the day. This is the day that the Lord has made. I'm thankful for it, as though you are thankful for it. This is the perfect day to be encouraged. This is the perfect day to be motivated. I am a cancer survivor. I am a husband. I am a grandfather. And the most important thing that I am is a child of God. I know you're a child of God as well. If you're tuning in to this channel for the first time, be sure and subscribe. Leave a comment in the comment section. Support us. Support us with your intercessory prayer. Support us with being a better version of yourself than you were yesterday. We're going to carry the mantle today. If you're checking in from YouTube, Twitch, Facebook, Trovo, Instagram, any other places that Just Encouragement TV is, TikTok, leave a word of encouragement. Leave a word to know that we are on the right path of what we're doing. Is folks being encouraged is a person that survived stage 4 prostate cancer, a person that can bring encouragement, a person that can bring a new way of thinking about things in your life. Because it only takes one person to encourage us to that next level. And I don't care if there's 1,000 people in the chat or one person in the chat, whatever number there is. You yourself are blessed. You are going to be better than you was yesterday. Your day-to-day is going to be blessed. And you are going to continue to be a leader to those around you and uplift those that need to go to that next level with your example. My example is I'm a cancer survivor. Stage 4 prostate cancer. My numbers were some of the high. Mosaic Life Care Hospital in St. Joseph, Missouri. They're under the Mayo Clinic network. I think that's how that goes. But there's a lot of very encouraging people there. There's a lot of folks that will let you know that It doesn't matter what walk of life that you're going through. You can continue to be a better version of yourself. We just have to encourage one another. We just have to continue on being thankful, continue on being uplifted and motivated. Just being family oriented individuals. I see a time to where we all can realize that it doesn't matter where we're from, where I'm at, where you're watching from. None of that stuff even matters. What matters is that we're supporting each other in our walks. We're supporting each other in the things that we go through in our daily lives. Let's not get envious and worrying about what everybody else is accomplishing. Let's be let's be competitive with who we were yesterday. Let's continue on carrying the mantle and being a leader for our families. Continue on going to that next level, whether you feel like you have support or not. But your prayer is uplifting more people than just yourself. Me interceding and starting this channel, there's so many people that have checked in from different walks of life. I've had some people check in from some remote villages in South Africa. I've had people check in from Switzerland, Indonesia, uh, Canada, United Kingdom, to name a few of the countries. Indonesia, the Philippines. There's so many countries out there that just don't come to mind right now. And then sometimes people get on here and ask, about the things the government's doing and things of that nature. We won't get into that because what we need to concentrate on is things that we can control. We can't control our mindsets. We can't control the way that we encourage people that come into contact with us. We can cause a domino effect of greatness in our lives. And what I mean by that is when you say a word good or bad for someone else, now we can't put them in heaven or hell with the comments that we make, whether they be uplifting or of a negative nature. But we can be supportive of one another. We can continue on harping on the fact that this is a beautiful place to be. And that place is alive. Are you just living or are you alive? The quality of life that you have, the things that you have in your mindset, they are all our personal responsibilities. But when you say, be uplifted, brother, be uplifted, sister. In Hebrews 13:1, it says to let brotherly love continue. And by us having a good word to pass on to our fellow man, we are following that precept. We are continuing to. We are somebody in our communities, and nobody can stop us from being that way. When you help others, when you help them in their mindsets, that you can be a better version of yourself, that's helping me with my mindset. That's helping me to know that there are other people out there that do care where you make it or not, that do care whether you go to that next level or not, that do continue to care whether you make it or don't make it. It doesn't affect us what's going on in another person's life. But when you have something positive to say to somebody else and then they just receive a little bit of that, that's a blessing that's waiting to happen for you, caring about others. We need to continue on being